President Trump has replaced his national security advisor. Former U.S. ambassador to the UN, John Bolton, will be taking up the post, replacing former Army officer H.R. McMaster. RT's Caleb Maupin has more.
He is the third national security advisor to the Donald Trump administration in the last 14 months. John Bolton will be replacing H.R. McMaster as the national security advisor to Donald Trump, the President of the United States. Now, John Bolton is a longtime advocate of the use of force against Iran and against North Korea. Now, those are two countries that are rather vital for the Trump administration in the coming months. In May, Donald Trump will have to weigh in on the Iran deal, the JCPOA, the nuclear agreement that was agreed on. Now, he'll have to weigh in on that deal and whether or not it will continue. And furthermore, the USA is on the verge of carrying out the historic meeting, the first meeting between a head of state of the USA and the leader of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. So at this point, a lot of questions remain. Let's take a listen to some of what Trump has said in recent months about Iran and North Korea and what his new and long well-known national security advisor has said.
I think they want to do something. I think they want to make peace. I think it's time.
So it could be a long and unproductive meeting, or it could be a short and unproductive meeting.
We hope that these new measures directed at the Iranian dictatorship will compel the government to reevaluate its pursuit of terror at the expense of its people.
Well, I think he's on the verge of making a mistake. I think his advisors are pushing him in the wrong direction. You know, honestly, the certification question is utterly irrelevant.
John Bolton served as the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations under the administration of George W. Bush, and his appointment was quite controversial at that time for statements he had made harshly criticizing the United Nations. Now, on the campaign trail, Donald Trump was quite critical of military interventionism by the United States, saying that he wanted to stop toppling regimes. However, John Bolton is a longtime advocate for military interventions around the world. So questions remain about what this will mean with big developments on the horizon regarding Iran and North Korea.
Former U.S. diplomat Jim Jontris told us the appointment of John Bolton could aggravate the situation with Iran.
A lot of people mistakenly said that during the campaign Trump said he would tear up the agreement because it was a very bad agreement. He didn't exactly say that. He said it was a very bad agreement, but he likes to make bad agreements good. I think he came in with the notion that if he was threatening enough, we could get the Europeans on board and pressure the Russians and the Chinese to say, now we want to add missile technology and not threatening Israel and a lot of other things to the agreement, to change the agreement to something he likes better. Maybe that's still their game plan. Maybe they think if they have somebody who is sufficiently bellicose, they can scare the Europeans in deciding with the Americans on changing the agreement and not have to pull out of it. But I have no doubt now that regime change is going to be a cardinal, conscious goal of American policy, and failing that, there will be an attempt to do so by military means.